You're invited to Australia's only fitness and recreation industry technology summit in Sydney on July the 21st and 22nd. This is an amazing summit that will have 4 keynote presentations, 3 TED Talk style presentations, 2 panels, and 2 90-minute workshops. Plus, there'll be a gala dinner with the first ever industry awards for technology and another keynote from the inspiring Amanda Stevens called High Tech, High Touch. You can register now to attend at fitnessindustrytechsummit.com.au. And now this event would not be possible without the support of our incredible sponsors. And today I'm excited to welcome Ed from Evolt 360. Ed is the CEO of Evolt and leads this company with 25 plus years of experience, not just in the fitness world, but also hospitality and event management. Welcome along, Ed.
Thanks, JT. Thanks for having me.
Mate, I think it's fair to say that if I was in the grandstand looking at the field out in front of me, the Evolt field out in front of me, Evolt has had amazing growth internationally and has probably become one of the best known brands in our industry. And for the spectators like me, it's almost an overnight success. But for you, I guess it hasn't quite been all smooth sailing to where you are now, which is one of the world's most known brands.
Yeah, no, thanks for that intro, mate. But it has been a wild ride, I'd say. We launched the company, Kelly, my business partner and myself, back in 2017. Prior to that, obviously, I've come from a background, like you said, event management, and ran a very large hospitality group down in Sydney, mainly running fight promotion. So, at one stage there, it was Australia's largest fight promotion company, just prior to UFC. And I was using the technology, BIA technology, the body scan is what we use. It's been around for 40 years. So it's not something that we've invented. Obviously, we've tweaked it and made it relevant for the industry that we're in at the moment and a few of the other verticals. But obviously, fighters live and breathe weigh-ins. So for me, when I looked at the industry as a whole, as an outsider, a little bit green, you might say, even though I was training several world champions, but, measuring and monitoring their weight cuts, no one lives and breathes a weight cut more than a professional fighter. So very important tool. What we did identify, Kelly, of course, the brains behind the monetization of the machine, she actually had a mobile scanning business. And at that time, she was going around from club to club, and a lot of the big box clubs were getting her in to facilitate her challenges. And it was one night at a work Christmas party where I was training my athletes. She, was splashing around the cash where she was paying for all the rounds. And I pulled her up and I said, Kelly, she was 22 years old at the time. I said, where's all the money coming from? And she said, this is what she told me. She was running challenges for some of our big box clubs here in Australia. And one club in particular gave her a check for $38,000 off the back of a challenge. So that's when I said to her, listen, we need to join forces here. If this is the sort of ROI that you can get from these machines, it'd be an easy sell, especially to a lot of the large franchise groups. They're all looking to increase revenue. That's a big play there. And also, from my perspective, people join the gym for one or two reasons. They either want to lose body fat and tone up or build muscle mass, and this machine measures it. So for me, when I'd look at the industry and thought, well, how come every gym doesn't have a body scan? I was baffled, So together we joined forces, and we had a sports science innovation company prior to Evolt, and it was, a proof of concept for us. We did see the need for body composition assessment, that baseline measurement, very essential. For years, people have been doing it, the old analog sort of way with the other competitors out there, but to make a digital solution where we could make that data meaningful was key for us.
Now, for those that are completely unaware about Evolt, my clothes stay on, don't they?
Oh, that's the best part about it. It's not invasive. So, within 30 to 60 seconds, a scan's performed. The high touch point. So what, essentially what we've built is, it's a body composition analytic company. So the touch point would be the body scanner. That's at the cold face of it. Members, whether it be part of the onboarding, external activations, facilitating their challenges. Members just jump on, they download our app, and what they do, they then have access to over 40 different measuring parameters, their internal measurements. And in addition to that, our key differentiator would be our macronutrient profile. So not only are they getting their body stats, they're then able to identify what it is they actually need to eat for their body type and how many grams of protein, carbs, and fats. So yeah, it was a missing void, I thought, anyway, when we looked at the, what is it that we want to, we don't want to just necessarily know what our body fat is. We want to know, well, how do we get healthier? How do we measure our outcomes and so forth? So, yeah.
Now, most clubs post-COVID are looking to increase their yield from customers. So I'm curious, do the majority of clubs that put Evolt in include it in membership, or is an add-on sale to increase that yield?
Yeah, great question. So again, we work with so many different brands. What's happening now, each of them will look at a different way to, attract an ROI. So some definitely are just running challenges for the first time. Some of our clubs here in Australia are charging anywhere from $100 to $150 for a challenge entry, which includes the 2 scans, and they're getting upwards of 100 members. So from one challenge, they can make, in excess of $10,000 per challenge, which, an 8-week transformation challenge. They're running 2 or 3 of those a year. So that's one way. The other way would be charging at the point of sale, $20 to $30 per scan. International markets, because the model is different, the personal trainers are employed. They're not contractors like we have here in Australia. They're easily, it's a great way to upsell personal training sessions, and revenue was going through the roof there for a lot of our partners. So yeah, many ways you can monetize it. So it's good.
Yep. I got to tell you something. One of the things that I'm absolutely loving about chatting with you today is I think you've mentioned it 3 times, ROI. And more often than not, when as gym owners are talking to suppliers in our industry, they're so focused on selling the product that they're not talking about the ROI for the owner. And you've talked about it 3 times. So it sounds like to me, when you go into a club representing Evolt, you're actually going in there going, we've got this product, but we want to help you make more money.
Oh, definitely. It's all what's in it for our clients. And that's what's helped us grow. And we're forever grateful. We've got, major contracts, and I'm sure about the Anytime Fitness deal they've mandated over there. That was a big play for us. We went up against, all the other competitors in the market, an 18 months due diligence process. Evolt came out on top because we're centrally focused on what's in it for the client. Like, how are they going to retain members? How are they going to attract new members? How are they going to, again, the ROI? Because that's my background. When I come from my previous business life, it was all, for me, it was all about percentages, cost of goods. And, it killed me. Hospitality, you're looking there, you're lucky if you're left with 5 to 10% at the end of the day. And when Kelly told me what she was charging per scan, and a piece of paper that the machine spits out, the report, was costing 20 cents, we're vending information. So when you look at that, I mean, I've never seen anything like it that could attract a $30 yield. Yet, it's cost you 20 cents to produce that. So definitely a very, very needed asset for a gym. It's not an additional piece of equipment. And the shift, JT, in the last 5 years, where it was a hard sell for us going out there trying to convince the consumer or the operator, now we're virtually taking orders. We're getting customers that are ringing us up and mandating. And more importantly, in these times, these turbulent times with COVID, just to see, we've made sales today in Italy, we just launched Evolt Brazil, that's going off. India is, biting at the bit there to get up and running. So, there's definitely all these markets that just have been smashed with COVID, looking at, well, they're whether the independent operators, their house is on the line, essentially. They want their members back. They need a way to entice them. So it's a good engagement tool as well.
Now, you're going to have a booth at our little boutique trade show at the summit. Will people be able to jump on, if they've never used an Evolt scanner, will they be able to jump on the scanner there and just see how it all works? Yeah,
definitely. That's what we love. We love the trade shows. That's where, they can get to touch and feel the product and experience it themselves. And I'm sure you've seen this in the past, JT. The line is around the corner for the Evolt scanner. Nothing gimmicky. It's nothing, we're doing. There's no Insta famous models there attached to us or celebrities. It's all because it's what for the consumer, it's all about them. They want to obtain a scan. They want to be able to have that, unlock that body intelligence, so to speak, where they want to see what's going on internally. It's not wearable tech, which is great. We've played in that space before, but that measures activity. We're actually measuring quality of change over time. And that's the most important to me. You know, I do 10,000 steps a day, but to the wrong places half the time. My machine will, it's a real reality check. It'll pull me up and say, Ed, you know, you're actually putting on visceral fat or subcutaneous fat and so forth. So yeah,
I
good.
love it.
Yeah.
Well, we really appreciate Evolt being a partner at our tech summit this year. So for those that are watching and you want to get along to talk to Ed and the team about Evolt, register now for the event at fitnessindustrytechsummit.com.au. And a reminder that this is the only event in 2021 that focuses on improving your business efficiencies, logistics, communications, community, and body scanning through technology. So no matter the size or the type of your fitness business, you're going to benefit from the summit. So we look forward to seeing you on July the 21st and 22nd. Go to fitnessindustrytechsummit.com.au. Thanks, Ed. Great to have you on today.
Thanks, JT. Good luck. See you, mate.